I'm Tracy Jackson, also known as the Spiritual Cheerleader, and I'm coming to you today with some of my favorite decks. It's so hard to choose favorites just because I love decks so much. But there's some that I come back to time and time again because I need insight into a certain area or a certain thing. So let's get started. First one, Native Spirit. I love this deck for using to analyze my dreams. Actually, Denise Lynn has in her guidebook a actual spread to ask questions of your dreams, discovering hidden meanings in your dreams. So I use this deck to be able to pull cards around my dreams. And I actually just pull 3 cards and say that the intent behind them is my dreams. I don't necessarily follow it to a T, so but still, the fact that it was in there was like pretty cool to me. The next one that I really like is Angels of Abundance, because so many of us do not necessarily believe in the fact that there is an abundant universe. We feel like there's this sense of lack, that we don't have enough, we never will have enough, all this stuff. This card deck helps to throw all that out the window and helps you to understand that you are living in an abundant universe, and also gives you some concrete ways of calling in abundance for yourself. I really, really like this deck because it gives a lot of different options for calling in abundance to your life. Next up is Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray. I love this deck. As you can see with this picture here, the artwork is done by Lily Moses on this one, and the eyes kind of meet you as you are reading them. The Keepers of the Light are mainly ascended masters. They are, individuals who lived on this earth, but for, they've since passed on, but still have the desire to help those of us that are on earth. There are a couple of cards that are, based on, biblical messages like faith, hope, and charity. There's, those 3. And there's a couple that kind of skirt or go to archangels, like Archangel Michael, I believe, is in this deck as well as in another deck. But for the most part, all of these individuals are ascended masters, which is really, really cool. So I really, really love this deck, mainly for the artwork, but also for the beautiful messages that are present within. And I just want to show you quickly, and I've got some of the angel prayer cards kind of in here with this deck, because Kyle actually showed us how to meld the deck together so that we could have angels and ascended masters in the deck with us. That's one from the card. But as you can see, like, they're absolutely gorgeous. And one thing that I do generally like about Kyle's cards is that he typically includes diversity in them. On the Ascended Masters cards, I do feel like the individuals in those cards looked like their various representations, save for maybe Isis. But, in the general sense, this is from his angel prayers. They usually have more diverse cards, which I like. Let's see. I'm like, what's next? This is a new deck that I got recently, Mystical Shaman Oracle. I love Colette Baron-Reid. She's my teacher from Oracle School, my mentor, and I think she and Alberto Villoldo and Marcela Lobos have done an amazing job with this Oracle deck. The cards, number one, by themselves are amazing. I did a actual unboxing review on this, so I don't want to hold up your time doing this. You can definitely go check out that unboxing review to see the cards more in depth. But the cards are beautiful. The messages are pretty succinct, but they resonate like in an uncanny way. So much so to what is going on in that particular circumstance for you. So I highly recommend this deck. It's one of my absolute favorites. This is another deck that I got around the same time. It's Earth Warriors Oracle by Alana Fairchild. The artwork is done by Isabel Brina. And the cards themselves are just, they're stunningly gorgeous. Her artwork is amazing. They also have that essence of indigenous culture. Some of the cards go this way as well. And I've done an in-depth review of this deck as well. So if you want to see all the cards, you can check that out on that review. But I love this deck because I do feel like we're moving into this time of, you know, getting back to the earth, getting back to Mother Earth, protecting Mother Earth, standing up for our earth. And, you know, the energy of the earth is pulsing through us right now to help to elevate the consciousness of all. And I feel like these two decks tap into that. So that's one of the reasons I really love that one. This is literally one of my absolute favorite decks because it gives you such in-depth messages on various areas of your life, like an overarching message, plus a message on relationships, plus a message on prosperity, which basically can be interpreted for business, for career, whatever. And also it has a message when the card is upside down in quote-unquote protection. And I love the way that she stated that it's protection. It's basically, as I say, a little extra love because you know, sometimes we need that nudge from spirit to help get us back on track. And you know, sometimes that nudge can come in the upright message, but many times we need a little bit more love, and the protection messages offer that. So I actually kind of get excited now when I have a protection message because I'm like, okay, spirit's really wanting me to get back on course here, and this is what it's telling me to do, so I'm gonna do it. Love these cards. And just to give you a quick look at some of them, the artwork is done by the same person that did the artwork for the Mystical Shaman. Her name is Jenna Dea Grotalia. And it's been interesting having Kala as a teacher because we kind of get some insight on her thought process because she directed Jenna in creating these. Like each of the cards pretty much has, you know, this face in it. You can see it in so many of the cards, like it's in the egg there. It's really, really subtle in so many of these, but a lot of times like it'll be in the clouds or in the egg. You can see it in the clouds on that one. But I love this card, and it really just represents spirit looking at us and kind of, you know, being that entity that is with us at all times, regardless of what we're going through. All right. One of my most recent decks, the Divine Feminine Oracle, did a huge in-depth review of this deck the other day. I just recently got this card from the artist. She Who is her name on various social media channels. Her real name is Lisbeth Cheever Gesseman. But if you want to check out the cards, if you want to know a little bit more about this deck, I highly recommend you go check out my review because I did a part 1 and a part 2, shared a reading with the deck, and kind of gave you some insight on it. So I hope that you enjoy it. This is literally my probably favorite deck of the moment because it's really helping me to tap into the messages that my soul wants me to hear, because we're in that divine feminine energy. All right, and this is my last fave of the moment. It's the Crystal Mandala Oracle by Alana Fairchild. It is a deck that actually incorporates the properties of crystals into each of the cards, and the cards are split. You'll see the border here is a maroon color. These are all the goddess cards. The Ascended Master cards have the blue trim, and the Archangel cards have a pink trim, but each one of them has a crystal within them so that you can see them, and a various message. And one of the things that I love about Alana's guidebook is it's so in-depth. I mean, absolutely crazy how in-depth it is. So like, this is Ascended Master Serapis Bey. I call him Serapis Bey, B-A-E, because he has ties to ancient Egypt, and of course I love Egypt. Clear calcite is his crystal that goes along with him. But you'll see, like, the message, this is all the guidebook message. This is just giving you the background information. And then on this page, she has a healing process that you go through to incorporate the card. So it's really, really amazing to be able to integrate the guidance of the card through these various rituals that she calls a healing process. And I'm currently taking her soul guidance and sacred mentoring training to learn more about using these cards in the aspect of healing as a healing modality. So it's something that has allowed me to get more familiar with these cards. I actually even have this card on my phone, this card deck on my phone as an app, because I love it that much. Plus, like, it comes in handy being able to read from this deck all the time. But I love the fact that it has angels, ascended masters, and goddesses all in one, and that I'm able to do such deep healing processes with each of the cards. So as such, that is my rundown of my favorite cards, and I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to let me know in the comments below. If there's a particular deck that you'd like to see more of, or you'd like to know a little bit more about, let me know that as well. I'm happy to do a more in-depth review on a particular deck, or give you some insight on a particular deck if you need it. And as always, feel free to like this video, comment, subscribe, and also follow me on other social media. I believe that is in the information on my channel. If not, it will be in this video, but I will talk to you guys soon. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and see you soon.